It's me again, Kyla Marie. For today's video, we will be tackling about multi-grade classes. I'm going to share to you today what it is all about, its concept, its history, the advantages and disadvantages, as well as the Philippine laws and DepEd orders about multi-grade. Multi-grade teaching involves teaching multiple grade levels with mixed ages, diverse backgrounds, and different grade levels and abilities placed in one classroom. It can be one or more than five grade levels in a classroom. The teacher will teach all grade levels at the same time. The multi-grade classroom was organized because of a lack of teachers, an inadequate number of enrolled students to form a grade class, and a lack of building and funds. Well, in this type of teaching, the teacher helps the students to grow and develop themselves in their learning process. The teacher manipulates the content of the teaching units to cater the needs of the multi-grade or level classroom within the stipulated time. He possesses the talent of using the teaching learning materials effectively and successfully in the classroom situation. Multigrade teaching consists of different types of teaching approaches, curriculum, class structure, and different level of learning skills. A teacher must plan systematically and implement according to his classroom conditions. Students belonging to different grades with different levels of learning, experiences, and with different types of skills come under the control of a single teacher in a multi-grade classroom. Therefore, the teacher explains the content of a lesson in such a manner that there exists a joyful learning in the classroom among the learners who possess the multi-level of learning abilities. The input of every child is to be identified. The needs, specialties, desires, and the behavior are to be assessed to create a favorable classroom climate. In 1918, there were 196,037 one-room schools, representing 70.8% of all public schools in the United States. By 1980, less than 1,000 of these schools remain, according to Muse, Smith, and Barker 1987. But the multi-grade classroom persists. For example, in a study consisting of multi-grade classrooms of only two grades, Rule 1983 used a sample from a suburban district outside Phoenix, Arizona. Of the 21,000 elementary students in the district, approximately 17% were in the classrooms that combined grades. In rural, small elementary schools, the incidence of students served in multi-grade classrooms may well be much higher. Well, although schools with one teacher handling more than one grade have been common in the Philippines since at least the 1920s. The formal multi-grade program in the Philippine Education or MPPE was launched in 1993. The distance of the barangay to a school, teacher shortage, lack of funds for school buildings and other facilities also led to the organization of multi-grade schools in the different parts of the country. Presently in the Philippines, there are areas where enrollment is low or there is a lack of teachers, making it necessary for different grade levels to be combined. Thus, in areas that are isolated and sparsely populated, geographically inaccessible, or deficient in educational resources, multi-grade classes have been adopted as a strategy to ensure education for all. As of school year 2008 to 2009, there were 37,697 public elementary schools, and 12,225 of these, or 32%, were multi-grade in nature, according to Villalino 2010. On top of that, multi-grade have its pros and cons. Let's go first to its pros or its advantages. In multi-grade, teachers can get to know learners more and build a stronger relationship which increases trust. Next, in a multi-grade classroom, older learners can become a model for the younger learners and may genuinely give help. Third, teachers can continue to discover the interests, strengths, and needs of the learners and find out how a particular learner learns best. Fourth, The learning and social atmosphere is cooperative rather than competitive. Fifth, teachers can teach two and more grades at the same time. And last, teachers can utilize the visual aids for the entire class rather than preparing another visual aid intended for the other grade level. And here are its disadvantages. In multigrade, teachers will have a hard time designing and creating activities that is suitable for a different grade level learner. Second, the textbooks available for teaching only meet the need of monograde teaching. Third, multi-grade classes often suffer from inadequate material resources. And fourth, learners from remote areas may have difficulties in providing themselves school supplies that they need for schooling. And last, parents of the learners may feel dissatisfaction because mixing their children with children of other ages raises concerns about the quality of instruction. Here are the Philippine laws and DepEd orders about multigrade. First, DEX Order Number 38, Series of 1993, improving access to elementary education by providing complete grade levels in all public elementary schools through combination and or multi-grade class. Second, DEX Order Number 96, Series of 1997, policies and guidelines in the organization and operation of multi-grade classes. Third, DEX Order Number 91, Series of 1997, Special Hardship Allowance for Multi-Grade Teachers.